Hi, welcome to Quilt North's Block of the Month, Nordic Echo for month 7. This is going to be the March tutorial. So this month in your kit you'll have received 2 navy squares, 2 gray squares, 4 small teal triangles, 8 small white triangles, 2 gray small triangles, 2 navy small triangles, and 2 large teal triangles. So the first unit we're going to make are going to be some half square triangles. We're going to make 4 using the small white and small teal triangles, and 2 using the small navy and gray triangles. So as we're sewing these together, we're going to do it just like we've done every other month, where you're going to match up those engineered corners, sew right across. I recommend just chain piecing them just for speed and to save some thread. And then we are going to press them towards the 2 navy and gray are going to get pressed towards the gray, and the 4 white and teal are going to get pressed towards the teal. This is all again just done to reduce bulk and so that we can stitch in the ditch if we want to. So the next unit we're going to make I called a half square triangle, or HST triangle unit, which I guess is a little redundant, but as you can see, we're going to take 2 of the half square triangles, the navy and gray ones, and sew small triangles onto either side to make up larger triangles. This is one of those ones where you're going to need to sew on one side and then press it open. I did sew, both of the sides on one, and then I had you press towards the half square triangle unit because again, later in the block it helps things come together a little bit better, but it does feel a little tougher than pressing towards the triangle itself. So this is just sewing on the second side of that half square triangle unit and then we're going to press again towards the half square triangle part of this because that's how it comes out best. Okay, and the last step for this part of this block is to sew the large teal triangles alongside to the long side of the HST triangle units to make what we're going to call HST triangle squares. Again, a lot of shape names. So just line up the long sides, sew them together, and then press towards the teal, and we will move on to our next unit. Okay, and so the next unit we're going to make are some 4 patches. You're going to take your teal half square triangles and point them in like an hourglass, and then sew gray to one side and blue to the other, and then you're going to press towards the half square triangle units. Sorry, I did miss the sewing in that one, but as you could see, just press them open, then we're going to sew that last seam in these 4 patches. Okay, so here we are, we're just sewing that seam. They should nest together in the center, which should lock everything and get the hourglass to really come together in the middle. Then we are going to press the seams again in that swirl that we have done in the past, just to reduce the bulk in the center of those 4 patches. Okay, so our last few steps in this are to make another 4 patch. Orient it like the direction sheet, where the 2 large triangles are facing each other and they're meeting the 2 navy blocks. I recommend pressing towards the small navy squares for both of these first 2 seams, and then they will swirl if you put them together. Sorry, I did miss the sewing, but that is your final block, and I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to see everyone at the meeting next month. Happy sewing!